Oh, yeah. Straight from Ilala, Nilali Madon. Straight from Ilala, Nilali Madon. Straight from Ilali, Ilali Zuchinja. Straight from Ilali, Asos and Achinja. Straight from Ilali, Ilali, Ilali. Straight from Ilali, Ilali, Ilali. Straight from Ilali, straight from Ilali, straight from Ilali, straight from me. Straight from Ilali ndisuke emakhaya, straight from Ilali ndizovusa ikhaya, straight from Ilali ndizamele ekhaya, straight from Ilali ndisuke enyanisweni bendiloko ndiphanda bendithathela phansi, ewe ndiyabombe ndiphansi kodwa ke ngoku ndiyenyuka, ayikho iraphe nonimila, ayikho iraphe nonimila, feel like an eagle no shame, fly kakhulu angantloni, fly kakhulu no shame, tsembu kakhulu ayishame, tsembu kakhulu ayishame, suke emakhaya asoze kuthi ndiyikhaya likhaya.
In the Eastern Cape, is born on 23 July 2002. It's Mihle Siku. Oh, sorry about that one. Well known as a Loco M. Loco M, welcome and thank you so much for taking your time for coming here.
Ndiyabulela kakhulu nanoba nimbize ngize ndiyabulela kakhulu. My brother, happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much. Yes, it's Father's Day. So just starting off, just to get to know you, without the titles now, the rapper titles, the amazing titles, who would you say Loco is?
Njengoba sewuthile wena mkhulu waba Loco ngumihle sikucala from Nkumu. So I think it will set apart as a person or as an individual, like, is the way I use music as a tool, because from before I did music, I've always felt like I have something special, but and the V, like if I some IV, I can't say something, because like in Arabic places, you can't say anything, but through the music, the platform, that's when I can express myself. So kumjida nje ozilungeleyo oziphushelayo ozithandela abantu
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's very interesting. So Loco M, rather, how would you describe the kind of music that you do?
The kind of music that I do,
yes,
there's a hip hop, a trap,
yes,
but in a upbeat tempo.
Oh,
and
okay.
Then, it will fafa, let's just toss it some now.
All right.
For the first time, I feel like
yes.
Yeah. And shout out to my producers, Austin is actually in the studio.
Shout out.
Now let's look at the whole inspiration to you, doing this kind of music. What is that one thing? What inspired you? Just tell me.
I was influenced like the American rappers, because I feel like my rap of Lil Wayne and Eminem stuff. So now when I started, I was doing music, getting easy, stuff. But I've always felt like there's something missing in the music. So man tap in like with Paza, which is like the Kasi rap Tosa, and then I listened to Afani, Brenda Fassi, and Kwaito Stars. That's when I took the influence, and legends like Pro Kid, WHP, who pioneered like the whole Venet rap thing, That's when I was like, nah, I need to switch, and then
And what would you say is the message that you're trying to send across through like your music and your artistry?
Umculo wami, like honestly, simple, like
yes.
Yes. And the message I'm sending is that you need to be yourself, because the problem with social media and stuff, everyone wants to be someone.
Yes.
So music wamje, it's all about being you, being yourself,
Yes.
having pride in your in your background. It doesn't mean we are people stuff, like just being you, taking pride in being yourself.
Yes.
And having fun with it. You like enjoy life at the end of the day. Because the music I'm like as sad, relatable, but for the most part I'll just be having fun. I'm still young, man.
No, that's amazing.
Yes. Very interesting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We call this one African movers and shakers. This is African people doing great things, and today we have none other than Loco M. He's a rapper and songwriter, originally from the Eastern Cape, but now right here in Johannesburg. Now, Loco, I want to know from you, when did you start that first step of actually going and recording professionally now?
As before I even go there, you record professionally, and record unprofessionally for the longest time. Because like funny story, before the music, like like as equal option as means you have to play soccer or and stuff. So so every time we look say because they record so I had to find something else about good way. So then time to at the time. So like my late brother Ace on and Machidam. So that's when I started writing. Managed record on the phone. But to record like professionally, it was about around 2018. Yeah, 2018, yes.
Interesting.
Yes. And that's quite some time. So I'm sure you like have experience and you're gaining traction. How would you say people have been receiving your music so far?
By our time, that's what I can say.
Yes,
Every time, like I encounter people, but you like, gaming, equality, like all the time. I always get those, yes. But I wouldn't say in experience, obviously, because of the years, but I'm a teachable guy, like I'm a mailer, even like my friends are amazing at I always listen and
Oh no, that's so inspiring.
Yeah, very, very inspiring. I like that he's a go-getter.
Literally.
Music one.
Yes.
I really love that confidence, and confidence is very important in the entertainment industry.
It really is.
And it's very important.
Your confidence will take you places where certain connections can't even take you. So keep it up. Keep it up. Work for the day.
Oh yes. Now I want to know what are some of the challenges you faced when you were starting out, and also what are your maybe current challenges that you are facing as an artist?
When I was starting out, like the main challenge, is not like hitting controversial and even like people around me or like people like upon where corner and generally they don't relate that much to my music, because when I was doing it in English and stuff, like it wasn't me. Like I've always felt like I was mimicking someone, But the minute in change, that's when
people.
And then right now, one of the challenges as is facing in this industry, is like even organizers feel especially yes, they don't want to pay like by you make a platform every time. You can't be giving me the platform every time,
Yes. Speaking of challenges, and you've been pushing music professionally since 2018, as you mentioned. Other than that, what are other than the challenges that you faced, what would you say has been your biggest achievement since you started?
My biggest achievement, I would say, last year I had an interview in 1Africaradiotv. I don't know if you
Yes.
Yeah, so that was my biggest achievement, because I did an interview same day and then dropped my third or second music video, which is
oh wow.
So yes, they played the video and then and then we talked about the video. So that was a W for me, because you appreciate
everything.
Yes.
And it also shows that something has to start somewhere.
Indeed.
I mean, interviews like these and stuff are bringing actually more, and meeting people, us meeting him and him meeting us.
No, most
we
definitely.
still, in future. This is how this industry works.
Yes.
So yeah, man, I love his energy. This one is called African Movers and Shakers. This is African people doing great things. It's Loco M in studio. Make sure that you tell a friend to stream us live on www.
Yes.
For now, okay, just a bit later. Just take me story behind the song. I'm gonna play it back later.
Okay, so the name of the song is 2019, and like the song is inspired by my father's passing.
Oh.
Yes, so he passed away in 2019. So what actually happened? Then the age was IT,
Yeah.
So that's his song, with my other cousins, you know. I think it was Sunday, you know, on Tangan but then Sunday I was supposed to go back in the Cape and he was supposed to go to Tatanberg, I went backstage.
Yeah.
But that's the last time I heard from him, and then after by Monday, Tuesday, mustn't figure home when they told me you know, he was shot.
Sure.
Yes.
So sorry to
2
hear
times.
about that.
So yeah. So the song is inspired by that. Like even never says the first verse is how like it's about the last day, and then the second verse it's about me receiving the news from Moses or Musele, you know. So the song is inspired by that. But then I don't go about him passing away. This is a song for, you know, the fatherless. Even Abana about time, even if you've never heard, but you had a father figure or someone that you miss, you know. Yeah, this is a song that you can relate to and fumana mandla. Because I mean, niggas mandla, you know. I was recording it in Austin and I was so emotional, you know. You know, I call it, but I was emotional. I won't lie, you know. Yes. Because like it wouldn't seem like to talk about, you know, some other things, you know, but low music is going on because, you know, like I said before, with the platform this express and then so that's how I found strength, and I'm hoping Bando out there can relate to the song because, you know, yes.
Sure, I'm really so inspired by your journey, your story. So looking at how things are evolving, what role would you say social media plays in your music and in pushing your music further? Yes.
Okay, inspiring you. Now we are inspiring. Social media is like once it was very easy, you know. I remember sometimes I get like I'm at DMs and texts from people abroad, like Koni producer from I think he's from Russia or something. Yes, he sent me a big pack, and I love Vanessa because my music is like 90% Xhosa.
Yes.
So I love Vanessa, but he was like, yo, I like this music you're making, what, and I wanna collaborate, you know. And then obviously, I've been having fun on social media because the one thing is on Mandela most of the time.
Yes.
I'm just being me.
Yes.
So. There's another reaction sometimes in other things on social media. So man dibana ban, but yo, you know. Yeah. So I feel like social media. Yes, cool. So yeah, it plays a very big role. Even though
Speaking of which, I think it's fair to say you are the international logo. Which is
So we're going international, you know.
Yes.
Now let's look at how has been the support been with people who are close to you, especially your parents, when you told them that this is what you want to do. Because I remember my parents when I told them that I want to do all of this. So how was your experience with the people close to you and your parents? How's the support been when you told them that you want to be in music?
When I put my old lady, like at first, because you know, like I'm a smart guy, so when they go to home, like I was actually smart. So, I'm sure because I'm by engineer or something like that. But I had different plans, you know, in my head. Yes, I had different plans. So, then I support, especially like rappers, you know, rappers, I'm a drugs and stuff. So he was like, yo, you're gonna lose yourself in a lifetime, and when I went to something, you're gonna usually safe, you know, which I understand, you know,
Yes.
For now, protect time. But at the same time, this is what I want. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm doing. And then I think back in 2021, when I dropped my first music video with this guy, Workers Media, shout out to KG and I all best
Shout out.
So when I dropped that music video, why born? That's when she was like, hey, they are born all time and. Now, like she's supporting me like 100%. Now, when I got here in studio, she was like, "Yo, did I check out the TV? Because we don't know what TV. So check the channel on TV, and I'm sending link one over. You know, for people like close around me, I don't really like expect them to support me. You know, let me elaborate because abantu that are close to you for the most part in most cases, not people who are like in the industry, they are close to you, like people and stuff. angeke bakubone ngalendlela engilokho bazobona umihle every time bazoloko becinga ezifloko zakho even if like you can be that superstar, you know, bazoloko beyibona on a surface level, you know. So angijonga support, you know. My audience is out there. Mhlawumbe usile uTzaneni, you know, umuntu uthanda umculo wakhe somewhere out there, abantu abangandazi, you know. So I don't abangani bami and stress kakhulu and I'm forced to buy yo why am I making ngoma zami, it's fine no bakumameli, you know. Music wami unabantu bawo abawuthandayo, you know, and nami ndibathandayo.
Yes, there's us, we are listening.
Yes.
No, that's beautiful. What would you say, right? Like, would you say being a musician is sustainable?
Yeah, I would say so, sister man. Being a musician is sustainable in a way, like many be smart about it. Like the other musicians I look up to, you know. Because first you must be smart with the deals you sign. Those demands and the type of lifestyle you live, you know. Yes, because that has impact like your sustainability and the money and stuff.
True.
You know? And in the music, if Ulama channel needs. So once you're a musician, you can act, you can do that, you can open business, like using your name and stuff. Really those needs, you know. Because I wanna right now, Masfunu wins the project and other stuff, Masbala, like Masbala, like no one is answering. But Masay on and then I write like women of my city, like hey, to do this for the youth. It's gonna be easier. You know? Yes. I think it's sustainable being a musician.
Wow. Interesting, man. So you know, talking about being a sustainability and stuff, how do you plan, you know, to stay consistent? Because I think in this industry, there's one thing called consistency, and I think it's very important.
It really is.
How do you plan to stay consistent, and where do you see yourself in the next 3 years in your career?
Music uyanchisa manje recorder nje hit iyanchisa ngasiphume nje, but I understand that, you know, there must be a plan and stuff, you know, plan with, okay, for example, we did this song like a week back and then said no, so Cooper, you know, on Father's Day because it's a, you know, it's over right, yeah. But for the most part, you know, I always wanna release music. So on consistency, I think Singama upcoming artist mistake to and which like separates us from most of the successful musicians. People like want to be stars, but maybe Fagispan music they are putting in like less work, you know. So no music is like a 9 to 5, even though I have a 9 to 5, but like 9 to 5, man, go to the gym, they have all, I say, cook, and at 12, I'm going home, they have sitting just fine. Next day, same routine.
Wow.
Yes.
And all that work is paying off, you know, with time. You know, we've seen you doing great things. So in terms of collaborations, which artists would you love to collaborate with in SA and internationally? So you can give me 2 names, maybe one in SA and one internationally.
Yeah, in SA, MT.
Oh, wow.
MT and my biggest idol, you know, KO.
Yes.
Yeah, like KO inspired me a lot, like a lot. KO, yeah, he's like my musical father in a way, because KO, I remember back in the day, before if you know MT. Yes, KO, yeah.
Oh, wow, beautiful.
Interesting. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, African movers and shakers. That is African people doing great things. And of course, you're listening to the leading online radio station. It's 1Africa Radio on www.1AfricaRadiotv.com. It's always a vibe, man. Every Sunday from 3 to 6, myself and Martha bring you interesting personalities, bring you interesting entertainment.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, yes, this one. He's right here in studio. It's Loco M. It's titled 2019. I did ask him a story behind the song just earlier on. If you were listening, let's let it play.
Father's Day kumbuli time alarm. Every other day kumbulu tata wam. 2019 batati kawelam. 2019 iqhawula bheka inqawu xa kuyi-Father's Day ngikhumbula itata wam every other day ngikhumbula utata wam 2019 bathatha iqhawe lam 2019 iqhawula bheka inqawu 2019 phakume nge-Sunday zasihleli sonke wandazisa kubosa Sipho noSelephi bebekhona mihle abangabazala babo apha kusigoli mele nibambisani noba sendingekho nicela nibambisani Dlela wayeyibona ebeyazi yena i-last day thina simbona besingayazi thina i-last day xa kuyi-Father's Day ngikhumbula itime lam every other day ngikhumbula utata wam 2019 bathatha iqhawe lam 2019 iqhawula bheka inqawu xa kuyi-Father's Day ngikhumbula itata wam every other day ngikhumbula utata wam 2019 bathatha iqhawe lam 2019 iqhawula bheka inqawu Monday bekumela ndikhaphe epark station never made it zama ukumlinda ndagqibela sendihamba bamba ecingweni zange alibambe next day fika qumbu thola umphanga tata bambulele time abalidubule enhloko 2 times Selephi yithi uyadlala akudlalwa ngokufa bullet to the brain ayibulele i-breadwinner qhawe lam xa kuyi-Father's Day ngikhumbula itime lam every other day ngikhumbula utata wam 2019 bathatha iqhawe lam 2019 iqhawula bheka inqawu xa kuyi-Father's Day ngikhumbula itata wam every other day ngikhumbula utata wam 2019 bathatha iqhawe lam 2019 iqhawula bheka inqawu xa kuyi-Father's Day ngikhumbula itime lam every other day ngikhumbula utata wam 29 iqhawe lam
I don't think hip hop is dead, you know. I think it's more alive than ever, especially on the again. It's in safe hands.
Wow.
That's what I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, I think like I wonder what hip hop is dead. Like I don't know I'm a hit, you know. When you listen to hit songs, I don't know the whole genre, you know. Because I don't normally pick songs only come to hip hop. Makuma you say KO or that particular big song. That's what I say. But if you tap into your genre, you know what you like. There's even like the underground guys that are doing the moves right now, and then
Yes.
Nah, hip hop is not dead.
Okay.
Hip hop is not dead at all.
Y'all heard that, guys. Hip hop was just waiting for Loco M, and we also had the privilege of hearing a hit as an exclusive. It really was so beautiful. Yes. So, Loco, what do you think about the state of SA music with hip hop specifically? You know, what do you think of the SA music industry? You know, primarily focused on hip hop. Like, how is the state of the music industry?
I think we will recovering mode, you know, because going back to the question you asked before about Sisi,
yes,
by feeling the piano, the timely figure like took over everything, but now it's recovering mode, you know. That's the state we're on.
Yes.
I think we just need to collaborate more, because one thing with rappers, ego, pride. That's why but good piano, about 10 women, you know. Which is because we're sharing different bases. That's what collaboration is about. Even if ends up with Z2, as Z4, and then SKCC, Z10, you know, we're sharing different bases.
Yes.
You know, yes. So we need to collaborate more, and then we see a family, you know, can push the genre forward.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And
Very
the fact that
interesting.
you actually have an event coming in September soon. Actually, I should put him on the line.
You have to, Caesar, you have to.
So another thing that I would love to sort of know from you, what do you think needs to change in the industry? Which I think maybe it could go back to what you said earlier on, but what can you change about the music industry, or rather entertainment industry at this moment? Anything?
I did my school and the vendor, you know, my skills not change for now, you know, just as in fact, call them change as well. I think you can keeping me yes, we have a gatekeeping problem and you know, we pay so we need to open the doors. What to Ricky? Listen to the kids.
Yes.
Listen to the kids, man. Give the kids a chance. You know, now definitely that's what I would change. You know. open more doors.
Yes. No, you know.
And the
No.
gatekeeping part, you know why I'm laughing the conversation.
Yes, you know,
about this
so
industry
many
and the
conversations. You know, Loco, you are really doing so much greatness for yourself. Even being here today, you know, there are artists Abanye that haven't even gotten the opportunity to even have an interview, you know, so that just shows like how much you really are pushing, and we recognize that. Like I said earlier, I'm super inspired as well. What advice would you give to a listener out there who's potentially trying to start in the music space, you know, like, and they're starting from scratch? What advice would you give them?
Yeah, all I can say is don't even try to start. Just start.
Yeah.
Hey, when's the something?
Yes.
You can just download. I remember when I started recording phone and get DJ Studio 5, like
Sure.
app, Samsung Neo, and these phones are dollar, like
Yes,
we're
yes.
using it just now, just
Yes.
to start, you know. Just do it. And we'll do it. The iPhone, then I'm gonna start
Yes.
doing so I can shoot content. Yo!
You guys heard it from Loco M himself. Don't even try to start. Just start, you know?
Just start.
That's very powerful.
Very inspiring.
Yes,
So
yes.
now, in closing, where do we find you on social media platforms, and also where do we find your music?
Loco M Nimtola at Loco MSA, like on all social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, like it's Loco MSA. And also even in the music platforms, the answer is like I have the same name, it's Loco MSA, you know, Spotify, Apple Music, all these you know, DSPs, you know, I go by the same name, Loco MSA.
Oh,
Yes.
beautiful.
Follow me and I'll follow you back.
Oh, shout out. So you guys heard it. Go stream, go follow his page, do the most. You know, I can't believe we coming to the end of our interview. I love your energy. It's been so beautiful. Thank you so much for blessing us with your presence and your team. You know, you guys are amazing. We wish you all the very best, you know, just greatness. Who knows? Maybe we'll also collaborate on something with our musicians.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
No, I'm happy. I'm
As a
happy.
producer, I'm a
Oh yes.
So go to SN last.
It's a deal, right?
It's a deal.
I'm glad.
Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, we call that one African Moves and Shakers. African people doing great things. In the studio today we have Loco M. Representing, but now let's watch Johanna.
Oh, yeah. Straight from Ilalandi, Lali Madon. Straight from Ilalandi, Lali Madon. Straight from Ilali, Lali Zuchin. Straight from Ilali, I suppose that